Hey guys, welcome back to me being cheap. I have a lot of extra buns. We had graduation party for my eldest who's graduating high school, and it seems like nobody wanted hot dogs. So we have a lot of hot dog buns and just a couple hamburger buns. So I'm going to pick out the best of these, probably put 1 or 2 packages of each in the freezer. Bread does freeze, but not long term. Some of these got squished. We carried them over to the party in one of those black and yellow tubs, but I think something got dropped in the inside, so some of them squished. So, price-wise, these were bought at Walmart. I am in South Central Kansas. They were 93 cents a piece. This is for the Great Value brand. So again, I'm going to pick out the best looking packages, put a couple in the freezer. Well, let's talk about this one over here. These are the keto ones. And again, if you're on a ketogenic diet, or if you are a diabetic, or just watching your carbs in general, I'll tell you about these. Each bun is 50 calories. Serving size is 1 bun, 50 calories. And if you go down here, it's 17 grams of carbohydrate, but there's 15 grams of fiber, so that's only 2 net carbs. Not bad, not bad at all. And if you want to compare that to a regular hot dog bun, serving size is 1 bun, 100 calories, and total carbohydrates is 20 grams. Less than 1 gram of fiber, so 20 grams of carbs just in 1 bun. If you go to a picnic, cookout, most people eat more than 1 hot dog or hamburger. I don't know, but anyway, that's a lot of carbs. We actually haven't been doing a whole lot of bread products recently. I did try this, not the hot dog variety, but I did try the hamburger variety, and I've got to show you. It's molded already. See that? So this is best if used by May 13th. Today is May 11th. I don't know if some mold spores got in when we opened this, but we did use 2 out of there. These are best by May 14th, and no mold. So I'm guessing something got in there, some mold spores, when we opened it. Nutrition wise, this is also 50 calories for 1 bun, 16 grams of carbohydrates, 15 grams of fiber, so that's 1 net carb. Anyway, these are decent, but I will tell you they were about $5 for a package. They weren't entirely wonderful. Honestly, I would be okay just eating the burger without the bun, but if you have to have the bread with your burger, that's a good alternative. And usually when I have hot dogs, I just eat the hot dog and I cut it into pieces and I dip it in mustard. So anyway, I'm probably going to freeze these hot dog buns individually and then vacuum seal them so we can have single serving size. These moldy hamburger buns will go out to feed the chickens. Okay, so again, I'm going to keep a couple of these, put them in the freezer. But what am I going to do with the rest? Well, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to put them in my freeze dryer and freeze dry them and make breadcrumbs. And I am just going to make plain breadcrumbs. I'm not going to do any butter. I'm not going to do any Italian seasonings. They will just be plain. And then if we need to season them later, we can. You can use breadcrumbs to make meatloaf. You could bread things with it. You can make meatballs. You can use it as a stretcher if you need to stretch your meat. With the prices and availability, having some difficulties there. Breadcrumbs they're very versatile. So I used to get my breadcrumbs, the cheapest I could find was at Dollar Tree, and they used to be $1 for the canister. They're now $1.25 since Dollar Tree raised the prices. So we'll see how many containers of breadcrumbs I get. Now, I know for a fact that this will not take very long to do it all. There's not a lot of moisture content in the bread, and everybody that has had a Harvest Right freeze dryer knows that the first thing that you do is the bread run anyway, because that gets the manufacturing odors out. So everybody has actually done a bread run once before. It does not take very long. So I'm gonna get this going tonight, and I've also got to crack out a bunch of eggs and get that going in the freezer, get those frozen, and then I can get those going in the freeze dryer. Chickens are laying crazy right now, so we gotta clear out the fridge. We got quite a few extra. All right, I will check back with you guys later. All right, loaded up, ready to go. Empty bags here. I'm going to double bag the ones that I'm saving. I still have extra hamburger buns over here. I'll have to do a second load. And yeah, I'm going to take this down to the freeze dryer, and I'll check back in with you once they're finished. I have my cat here helping out. All right, so in these days and age, guys, it's important that we don't waste food. So there's no way we could have eaten this many hot dog buns, and they don't last that long in the freezer. So I am going to turn them into something that we will use. Thanks for watching. Welcome back to me being cheap. So I've got the freeze dryer going, and it says 17 hours, 20 minutes. It's been way less than that. It's just I worked all day today, didn't have time to mess with this. And then I had Lions Club at night, so it's in the evening. I just kept adding time to it, so I'm getting around to doing this. So let's go ahead and take this out. So I hit cancel, and then I slip over here and let the pressure off, the vacuum off. And this drips sometimes, so I usually just keep a little bucket down here to catch the drips. Yep, feels nice and dry. Okay, so I need 2 hands to do this. I'm going to unload the freeze dryer, and then I'll check back in with you in a minute. All right, so bread is not a very wet product, and as you can see, there's not a whole lot of ice inside of the chamber. Some people will say that's a problem with your machine if you only have ice in the first part. I don't know. I have some pretty typical dry times, and I do get the largest amount of ice in the front, and sometimes hardly any at all in the back, and especially with bread where there's not a lot of water to begin with, not much ice formation in the back, but still works for me. So let me check back in with you. Alright, so this is what the bread looks like, the hot dog buns. Quite a bit of shrinkage factor. So this was pretty much stuffed full, and now there's a whole lot of wiggle room on the tray. So what I am going to do, I am going to put them in a Ziploc bag. I'm going to crush them and pour them up into some mason jars. I have a funnel here, and we'll see how many jars we get. And I'm going to do this somewhat rather coarsely, and just for reference, most breadcrumbs are about this size of container. This is 15 ounces, and this is great value. So it came from Walmart. Typically I buy my breadcrumbs at Dollar Tree. They used to be $1, now they're $1.25. I don't know how much Walmart sells theirs for. I'll have to look that up. But anyway, again, the packages of hot dogs were 93 cents a piece. I'm still thinking it's going to be cheaper to buy the breadcrumbs by themselves, but if you have an excess of bread, such as what we did, this is a good way to use them up so that you're not wasting food. Okay, I will check back in with you in a few. All right, I had 4 quarts and 1 pint. So I guess you could say each tray from the Harvest Right freeze dryer holds over a little more than a quart, probably about a quart and half a cup, maybe. And each one of the trays on the Harvest Right freeze dryer on the medium held a little over one package of hot dog buns. So I didn't do an exact count, but it was a little over one package. So, okay, I am going to use my recycled lids. These have been used before, and my lid sealer and the vacuum sealer, and I'm going to seal these up, and I'm going to be done with it. Now, I am going to have to look and see what the prices are for this now. And I'm sure I am not saving any money by making my own, but I am avoiding wasting food. Okay, thanks for watching. Alright, I've got the Walmart app pulled up, and one of those containers of breadcrumbs, it says here it's $1. That's for the 15-ounce Great Value brand. This one is $1.12. I'm not sure what the difference is because they're both the same size. That's for the plain breadcrumbs. The panko is a little bit more. It's $1.77. If you get the Progresso or the brand name, it's up over $2. So I don't know that a person is going to save money by making their own breadcrumbs, because the hot dog buns cost me 93 cents a pack. There was a little over one pack per tray. So it's probably on the actual materials it's break even, but then you have to factor in your time and the wear and tear on the machine. And if you pack it in Mylar, you've got the cost of the Mylar bag and the oxygen absorber. Or if you packed it in a mason jar like I did, then you're tying up a couple jars. So if you've got the buns or the extra bread and you're looking for something to use it up so that you're not wasting the food, it's a good alternative. If you're trying to save money, I don't think you would save money by doing this on your own. I think you might just break even and be out some time. Okay, all right, thanks for watching. Have a fantastic evening.